Hi everyone, William Weyser is here, and welcome to episode 9 of William Weyser's Childhood Fears. On the last episode, I talked about Barney trailers that made me feel so bad and dirty, including one with 2 episodes that made me feel so bad and dirty that I ended up blackballing both of them from ever making it to my list of favorite Barney home video specials and episodes. But now I feel good and clean, and I'm ready to do this episode. I'm sure that you've all heard of the Jeopardy Teen Tournament. The Jeopardy Teen Tournament is a 2-week-long tournament that consists of high school students and some middle school students nowadays, whether they're grades 7 or 8 and ages 13 to 17, and they compete in a 2-week-long tournament where the winner nowadays gets $100,000. I was introduced to this in 2003 when Zhang won the 2003 Jeopardy Teen Tournament, and he was a junior from Lexington, Kentucky. So that should make me feel good. But I get to show you the 3 most intimidating Jeopardy Teen Tournament champions, and neither one of them were my pick to win the entire time. Not even once. So get ready to meet the younger version of your match as I show you the 3 most intimidating Jeopardy Teen Tournament champions. Starting off with David Wolter. David Wolter, a senior from Wilmington, Delaware, was very dominant in his quarterfinal game, and I was intimidated by him, and yet he didn't win his quarterfinal game because he didn't wager enough to cover the winner of that game, Heidi Fogel, but he still managed to score a wildcard spot with $20,305, and then he won his semifinal game, and in the first game of the 2-day finals, he was trailing by a lot, because Ben Schenkel scored a whopping $40,000 in the first day of the finals, and he still lost, because Ben learned his lesson on the daily doubles, and all I have to say is darn those daily doubles. And David got final right, did the math right, of course, and beats Ben by $100, and David wins the $75,000. I was a little upset with the results that Ben lost and David won, but thankfully among the 3 that I'm talking about, David is the least intimidating among the 3. So, he's fine. Now onto intimidating teen champion number 2. Rachael Rothenberg. Rachael Rothenberg, a senior from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, wasn't really that dominant in her quarterfinal game, but she still scored a wildcard spot with $13,800, and she would get the last spot among the 4 wildcards. And she fixed her buzzer reflexes in her semifinal game by being so fast and so dominant, and she won her semifinal game by $2, and I'm only okay with that in her semifinal game. In both the 2-day finals, nuh-uh. Especially with Will Dantzler in the finals, and he was my pick to win from beginning to end. When things didn't work out for Will and things worked out for Rachael, I was very upset with the results. And yes, Rachael and Jimmy went to Thanksgiving Day Parade at Macy's, I think, and she made everyone at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania proud. I should feel happy for Rachael because of that, but I was not that happy with the results. And I just wasn't that much into her after that. I'm sorry, Rachael, but that's the truth. And now we get to the most intimidating Jeopardy Teen Tournament champion. Yes, even more intimidating than Rachael. And he's the most recent Jeopardy Teen Tournament champion. You know him as Avi Gupta. First off, I apologize in advance. But I never rooted for Avi once. He won his quarterfinal game because neither one of the 2 ladies wagered to cover him, but both of them still scored wildcard spots. When Avi was applauding for that, what I wanted to see was Avi applauding or clapping his hands the same way if one of his opponents would beat him which I obviously never got. And I wouldn't say hatred, but my rooting against him proved that when he beat Jackson Jones on a tiebreaker, and the tiebreaker helped Avi be fast on the buzzer in both the two-day finals, and I just did not want Avi to win, and he won, and because of this, I had to look up and see how many times the team tournament has won by either a sophomore, a junior, or a senior, because Jeopardy has never had an 8th grader or a freshman win a team tournament, ever. Of the 32 times that Jeopardy has done a team tournament, only 4 of them have been won by a sophomore. Jennifer Wu, the first ever sophomore to win a team tournament. Papua Chakravarty, the 3rd teen champion from Lexington, Kentucky, and he was the last male team champion to be my pick that won when the two-day finals were an all-guy affair. Lately, I've been doing very well with picking girls to win than with guys. Not that fair, but anyways. Rachael Horn, who at the time became the youngest female team champion at age 15. I'd say that's quite an accomplishment, Rachael. So at least this is one Rachael that I do like. And Sharov Narayan. And of course you all know how he won the $100,000 grand prize by $1. 10 of them have been won by a junior, and 18 of them have been won by a senior. That's way too much. I know that seniors have more high school experience than juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, and I do remember at least 2 seniors being my pick to win the team tournaments. For example, Raynell Cooper, he was my pick to win, and he won, and shortly after I saw his big win, there was a video that I saw called Vote Raynell Cooper for President. I don't know if he won the student body president or not, but if he did, that would be quite an accomplishment. And Claire Sattler, she was my pick to win throughout, and I like her. I like the looks of her throughout, and I was happy that Claire won her team tournament almost a year ago. But like Brad Rutter winning nearly every single reunion tournament, and Harry Friedman doing you-know-what to both Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune, this became the tipping point where I say enough is enough, which is why I want Jeopardy to do a grade 8 to 9 version next time it does a team tournament. Sure, it'll guarantee that either an 8th grader or a freshman will win, something that Nilay Sarda and Ryan Pressler tried to do when things didn't work out. But that way, a little history will be made, if they ever do that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode of William Weyser's Childhood Fears. Since the next episode will be episode 10, I'll talk about a 10th anniversary of a DVD, and also a character that I've hated for more than 10 years. So you'll see which character I'll talk about next time on William Weyser's Childhood Fears. Until then, don't get scared.